What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And July 29th, y'all, is fastly approaching. What's going on July 29th? Your mama should know. Your daddy should know. Your cousins on your mama and your daddy side should know too. Your brothers and sisters as well. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford going down. The biggest fight, the biggest fight in the last 15 years. 15, 20 years. It's going down. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford will go down as an all-time great historic fight. I think it will exceed expectations. Not just live up to expectations, exceed it. But the problem that I have with it is that the casual fan does not seem to be excited for this fight the same way they were excited about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, right? And I understand it because Tank is a person with one-punch knockout power. People look at him as a mini Mike Tyson. He's a dude from the street, so the street dudes gravitate to him a lot. The girls watch him because he was dating some of the girls that's popular on social media. Some of the girls like how he look. Ryan Garcia, the girls like how Ryan Garcia looked. He looked like a little movie star dude. And people were excited and enamored about that fight. Like I'm talking about to me, I feel like way more than they're excited about Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I'm not talking about regular boxing fans. The casual fans seem to be more excited about Ryan versus Tank. And to be honest, y'all, I'm glad that that fight did great numbers for them young dudes. But this fight here, it needs to set, I think the fight should be setting records. But the problem is I don't think it will because I don't trust that the casual fan is excited or interested in this fight the way they should be. Which is why I feel like promotion should be even heavier than what it is. Now, when I made a previous video to that, people were like, well, Mac, what you mean is not promoted in the way it should be? They didn't been on $1 Million Worth of Game. They both been on there. Bud been on the Breakfast Club. Bud been on Sway's Universe or Sway in the Morning. Errol was on Big Boy's Neighborhood, even though Big Boy wasn't even interviewing Errol Spence. He had the B team, somebody from the B team interviewing Errol Spence. I'm like, what the hell? When it's a fight this big, Big Boy need to be the one doing the interview. The A team, the big dogs, the big wigs, not the B team. Big Boy shouldn't be sending a little homie to do the interview at all. And it was only 15 minutes. No, this fight should have posters on billboards all throughout the biggest cities in America to even the smallest cities in America, because this fight is one for the ages. Okay, and me personally, man, people gonna say it shouldn't be about race. In this instance, it is, because these are two young black fighters, right? In order for black fighters to sell, they be wanting black fighters to go out there talking shit, being disrespectful, telling everybody kiss their ass, fuck you, bitch. Like cussing like crazy, going out here acting a goddamn fool in order to sell. And I don't think when you got fighters that can fight the way these two can fight, they should sell out regardless, because them dudes can scrap. They can get to it. They put on great performances when they're in that ring. And they can do just about anything you want them to do. They can box. They can brawl. They can knock dudes out. They can stop them in their tracks. They can break dudes' will, right? These are the type of fighters that people dream about watching. These guys can sit in a pocket and bang. They can box from the outside. Again, man, they can block shots, parry shots. They're strong as an ox. And I think this is a real clash of the titans. Right? So when you got a fight like this, it shouldn't be about if they're loquacious enough outside of the ring. I think it just should be like, listen, and I say that because Canelo Alvarez don't even speak English. Right? But he gonna do outstanding numbers. For real. Gennady Golovkin don't speak no English. That fight went crazy. Sold incredible numbers, man. They don't even speak English well. So, and really what it is too, man, their communities ride with them. They go out and they buy their fights. Canelo is people in Mexico that don't even watch boxing, but they know who Canelo Alvarez was. For black fighters to sell, they got to talk crazy shit. Other fighters from other countries don't got to do that. They can just be great fighters, right? And so these guys aren't the most loquacious, the most talkative, the most brash, or the biggest. They're not extremely arrogant like that. And so I don't want their personalities to hurt their selves, because this fight should do outstanding numbers, because look, this matchup is incredible. This is what the boxing gods dream of. They both still in their prime, still undefeated. This is a undisputed fight for undisputed at welterweight. It should be looked at as that. Errol, like Ryan and Tank wasn't even a title fight. And Ryan was still like, he hadn't won no like significant belt. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't. He was still trying to make headway in his career when they signed him on the dotted line. But it still went out and sold out crazy because, I don't know, people were interested in them, right? But I think people should be interested in this fight just because like these brothers can scrap and brawl. This won't be just a straight up certified chess match. It will be a chess match for a minute. They're going to figure each other out. And then after a while, they're going to be throwing some leather. It's going to be a chess match for some while. They're going to have to play it safe. They can't just go in there just going. I'm talking about just going for the gusto. Like just going balls to the wall, for lack of better terms, immediately. They're going to figure each other out. But after a while, they're going to start thumping. And that's the action that the casual fan loves to see. So I'm like, I want the casual fan to be enamored and interested in this fight. And especially, man, like for real, anybody in the boxing community, any and everybody across the world. But in particular, man, I want black folks to come support these black brothers, man. They putting their life on the line all the time for our entertainment. These are guys who fight in a style that people feel like is crowd pleasing. You know what I mean? Errol Spence and Errol is going to, even less than Terence, is going to be like in his fights previously. Errol finna go and try to go bang it out, like and walk you down from almost from the start of the fight at times. You know what I mean? So that's the type of style people like. You know, head to head clashing guys that can punch, that can crack, that can go toe to toe, and go like all of that, man. And it can knock people out and stop them. So it should be just as much. What's the word I'm using? Is it fervor? Just as much acclaim, just as much anticipation for this fight as it was for Ryan versus Tank, but I don't feel that. I feel like, again, man, it should have been, you could write a damn documentary on this fight before the fight happened. And I'm talking about 5-6 episodes of All Access. I feel like is needed. I feel like they should be on billboards everywhere. They should have went to Miami. They should have went to a lot of other different cities. They could have went to Canada and did some promotion for the fight. I feel like it's just that big, man. I feel like you know, I feel like, man, they could have done a little bit more promoting. I don't feel like the public understands what's really about to go down. The casual fan don't. The boxing fan does. But I guarantee you, a lot of people on my channel, unless you just watch my videos, like a lot of people that came to my channel from other content, they don't even know who Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are. And I feel like they should, because they know who Tank is. They know who Ryan Garcia is. Ryan Garcia has been an Instagram sensation since the beginning of the time. But these two dudes been putting in the work and I'm not saying that Ryan isn't talented, because he is, but he ain't on the level that these two dudes on. Seriously, like this is real top-notch fighting. Pugilism at its finest. And they should be rewarded for fighting each other. Not skipping over each other, going to another division, No, let's get it in, let's get it cracking. Because the boxing fanatics have been requesting this fight for a long time. We made it happen. It's not a unification. This is an undisputed fight for all the belts, all the marbles. Somebody is about to go. Like they should be rewarded. It should be record-breaking numbers, man. This shit is like the old fights back in the day that you wanted to see. Hagler Hearns, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. That type of fight. Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, them type of old school matchups. This is what this is right here. And it shouldn't go unnoticed. Your mama should want to watch the fight. She should watch the fight that night. Everybody should be watching the fight that night. I feel like the world should stop on that night, for real. And maybe because I'm just a huge boxing fan, but I just feel like, man, this fight is better than Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, because these dudes are much younger than what they were, right? Well, no, Manny was like 36. But these dudes they're both undefeated. They coming off great performances. Again, it's an undisputed fight. These dudes are at the stage in their career where they still willing to sit in the pocket and bang it out, to knock each other out, to stop each other and hurt each other, not just outclass each other with just skill and wits. They willing to get in there and clash. And that's what the casual fan should need.